Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here. We are here. We are in here. What it do? What up with it? What's going on, y'all? Yeah. Welcome to Zone 864 TV. I'm your guy, Mr. Zone 864, up in here. As you guys come on into the live stream, make sure you do me a solid. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Twitter, hit that like button, hit the follow button. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that like button, hit that, well, I don't know if it's a follow button or not on Facebook. But regardless of where you're watching, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. The Cash App is at the bottom of the screen here. If you want to support the channel, $ Z864PC. In the words of Angry Man, hit the Cash App and support the show. If you want to support the channel, you can do so via Cash App. I will not be before you long this evening, but then again, who knows? Maybe I might. So I know y'all see the title of the broadcast tonight. Miss Vivica A. Fox is talking greasy about Mr. Kevin Samuels. And like I've been saying on, you know, numerous YouTube shows, on numerous posts on my social media pages, um, I was a supporter of Mr. Kevin Samuels and will continue to be a supporter of Mr. Kevin Samuels' messages. Um, and I will continue to enforce his messages. And if I see anybody out there talking spicy and greasy about the man when he's not here to defend himself, then I'm going to say something about that. This is, you know, it's a code of honor. And I'm a man of ethics. You know what I'm saying? People that rock with me, when I'm no longer here one day, I expect them to ride for me, just like I would ride for them. Feel me? But before I get into talking about what Vivica said, I was just on my Facebook, right, before I went live. And one of the first comments that popped up when I went on Facebook was from a chick that am I going the right way? Yes, I am. All right. Damn, it's dark as hell on these streets. I don't even know where I'm at. Was from a chick that I actually kind of had a little crush on, probably about 10 years ago. Probably about 8, 9, 10 years ago. Crazy how time flies. Um, I actually met the chick working at Macy's, man. I was working at Macy's. Um, it was a little part-time holiday gig, working in the Macy's Bloomingdale's call center. And anybody that knows whoever worked in the call center before, you know, it's a cesspool of men and women in there, and all kind of things be happening. But long story short, I met this chick in there, and you know, she's a beat up. At the time, she didn't have any kids, and I thought that she was one of the most gorgeous things that I had ever seen. Right, so I start, you know, encroaching on her. You know what I'm saying? The hey, what's up? How you doing? All of that small talk stuff because I've never really been a pickup artist kind of guy. You know, um, I've always just kept it real. And I've always just kind of, man, where is this road a dead end? This road look like it's a dead end. Man, I thought I was going down the right street. Anyway, um, you know, so I thought over time by her getting to know me and you know see me more and more, conversate more and more. I thought that would open up a door for me to get in there. Um, but it never happened. And she knew I liked her. She knew I liked her. And next thing you know, I stopped seeing her. I stopped seeing her around the call center. But I ended up finding her again on Facebook, right? So once I found her on Facebook, we started talking on Facebook. This was before Messenger, so we was just talking, you know, in the DMs on Facebook back when it was just Facebook DM, no Messenger yet. And it became clear to me that I wasn't her type, which was cool because again, I've never really been a pickup artist kind of guy. I've always just kind of used my personality. I've always just been straightforward. I've always been, I guess, kind of the witty, flirtatious type, I guess you could say. Um, you know, but like I said, it became clear that I wasn't her type. Fast forward, you know, maybe about 5 years or so. Now she's with someone, pregnant. They got a son together, and I guess her son's father, her baby daddy. I don't know if he was a criminal or what, but I mean, she posted some pictures of him on Facebook. Long story short, I'm seeing him in an orange jumpsuit, so I don't know what's going on with the son's father. But I bring that up because in the post that she posted on her page, what she did is there was I guess one of her friends posted paying $900 a month in rent along with other bills is not for the weak. And the chick that I'm talking to y'all now about, the chick that I had a crush on, and you know what? I kind of still like her, even though she done gained some weight and all that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of still like her because she's a pretty girl. She's a pretty nice, pretty decent. You know, she got the fat in the right places, I guess you could say. And with just a little bit of work, with just a little bit of work, man, she can really transform herself and get her to where she should, get her body to where it should be, right? And then above the repost that she reposted from her friend talking about paying $900 is for rent along with other bills is not for the week. She then goes and puts paying $1,300, car notes, paying for food, paying for a child is not for the week. I'm tired. I'm definitely tired. And she's single, right? So it's funny how a lot of women, um, especially black women, how a lot of times the the best opportunities will be right in their face, but yet they'll go for a totally way off option that is gonna get them no assistance, is not gonna help them live a comfortable life. Because no woman wants to be out here working 40 hours a week. No woman wants, no natural woman in her right mind wants to be working 60 hours a week. No woman really wants to be working 30 hours a week, right? You know what I'm saying? Women, they want to be taken care of. They want a man that is going to, in my personal opinion, that is going to lead them. That's going to take care of what needs to be taken care of. But it seems like they always make the wrong choice when it comes to men. In my particular life experiences, when I met women early on, and then 5, 10 years down the road, they got all these damn kids, all these damn bills. They going on social media complaining about how they're struggling and all that bullshit. And I'm just like, you had, you had little old me. I'm not a thug. I'm not a gangster. Now don't get it twisted. I have my ways. Like when I get to a point where I'm not taking no shit out of nobody, I have my ways. You know, I have my gangster-ish like ways. Is that a popo sitting right there? Hold on. Okay. All right. What I'm saying? I have my ways. You know, I ain't no softy. I'm not a gangster, not a thug, but I'm not no softy. I can definitely hold my own, and you know, it is what it is. Like, you know, I'm not scared to take an L, but I'm definitely gonna hold my own, and I'm definitely going, what I'm saying, defend my lady. Uh, you know, if it's a situation that calls for it. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, man, it's just weird to see that whole paradigm shift when, all this time, sometimes you be a young man thinking, you know, you you be a young man thinking that you a nerd, or that you don't measure up to other dudes, when in reality it's not even you. It's the chick's decision making that throws the whole situation off. See, we got to start realizing a lot of these women, they don't know how to make good decisions when it comes to men. They really don't. You know, that's why they always end up with fucked up dudes, and they always get into fucked up situations because most women, in my personal opinion, do not. Um, they do not know how to go through the mate selection process. You know what I'm saying? They just so quick to get in whatever situation they can get in. They think that it's gonna be a short term thing, but they make a short term decision that's gonna get them long term consequences, and they don't be thinking about that shit. You know. So I just wanted to talk about that really briefly before I get into talking about Miss Vivica A. Fox and her no edge having, no eyelash having, air balloon, makeup, airbrushed ass face, talking greasy about a man that's not here to defend himself. You know, Kevin Samuels passed away Thursday last week. I believe it was announced he passed away Thursday last week. And it's crazy how it's already about to be a week that he's been gone. Um, and I didn't hear everything that Vivica A. Fox said, but she said something along the lines of, you know, Kevin making, because of Kevin making some of the quote unquote derogatory or demeaning remarks that he made, that his death is basically karma coming around to serve him for, you know, unsettling remarks that he made, according to Vivica A. Fox. First of all, we all gonna go one day. We're all gonna go one day. We don't know what that day is, right? And so in my mind, Vivica is no different than all of those thousands of black women that were on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. Vivica A. Fox is no different than all of them strags that was online celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels. Despicable, disgusting. I'm not giving that a pass. I'm holding every person, whether you're male, female. Now, I can respect somebody that has a decent, respectable, objective perspective, without celebrating the death of a person. I can respect an objective perspective as long as it's articulately said. But the way that Vivica and a host of others are talking, you can hear the pure disdain and uh, hatred, and you can hear how much they really despise this man. And it's sad because at the end of the day, most men, and particularly black men, the reason that we are harsh when it comes to the things that we say about black women is because most of us want to be with a black woman, but it becomes such a challenge because of all of this feminist crap, because of all of this propaganda that's pushed by mainstream media, because of all of this love and hip hop type shit culture, because lack of home training, lack of femininity. So eventually a man is only going to take so much before we're only going to ask you so many times to stop wearing a fucking bonnet outside before we have to say it in a way that is considered harsh, that is considered in a demeaning tone. Because a lot of these women, when it came to Kevin Samuels, a lot of these women like to complain about his tone and the tone of his voice, the tone of his message. But like I said a few live streams ago, a few broadcasts ago, the reason that he has to take that tone when addressing and having a conversation with a lot of these women, because when somebody tries to tell you something nicely, you don't know how to fucking shut up and listen and take constructive criticism from a man, from a black man. You see? So I know for me personally, when I gotta say what I gotta say, I'm gonna say it exactly how I want to say it, and I don't really care how you feel about it. You know, um, now I'm gonna tell you the real reason. I'm gonna tell you the real reason why Vivica and a host of other women are so unsettled when it comes to Kevin Samuels. The real reason, in particular, women in their late 40s and 50s, the reason that somebody like Vivica Fox doesn't like Kevin Samuels is because this man was 53 or 54. The media keeps saying he was 56, but he wasn't 56. He was 53 or 54. Just had a birthday in March. And Kevin Samuels was out here grinding and getting shit done like he was in his 20s and 30s. This man was on YouTube every night speaking to tens of thousands of people every single night, whether it was on YouTube, whether it was on Instagram. This man was doing shows from Miami, doing shows from Las Vegas, doing shows from LA. This man was beginning to put himself in position. Now I know a lot of people feel some kind of way about him trying to take his message and his platform mainstream, but I'm gonna just tell you right now, the reason that a lot of people tend to go mainstream is because as black people, we don't do a good enough job supporting our own independent creators. So while going mainstream is not something that I would probably do, I could understand why he would want to go mainstream, because at the end of the day, if you're a content creator and you're a creative person and you have a product, even if your main goal is to help people and to make a positive impact, the main end goal, and because we live in a capitalist society and we live in corporate America, the main end goal is to make money. The main end goal is to get paid. The main end goal is to create residual income so that you can chill, basically, so that you can chill and stack your money. That's the whole end game of it all, is to make money. That's the whole end game of it all, is to make money. So a content creator like me, I'm not trying to go mainstream, because a lot of the things that I say and a lot of the messages that I have is not mainstream messages. It's not meant for the average Joe to hear, because they ain't gonna be able to relate to a lot of the shit that I talk about. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I'm not going mainstream. I'm a grassroots type of person. You know what I'm saying? The people is who I get my support from. You know, I'm not gonna have some corporation decide, you know, when they wanna give me endorsements and when they want to take my endorsements away. Fuck all that shit. You feel me? But like I was saying, with Vivica is basically out of the game Yeah, she got a little talk show on Fox Soul and all that bullshit. But Vivica Fox is out of the game. Vivica Fox is mad and upset because, like I said, Kevin Samuels was a success and becoming more successful by the day. Meanwhile, she got her old little raggedy ass show on Fox Soul, which nobody uh nobody really watches. You feel me? And on top of that, what other grown man on the internet in his 50s do you hear talking to women the way that he was talking to women, not backing down from his message and putting these women in their fucking place, which is a woman's place? People want to say Kevin was disrespectful because women wanted to go on his show, and when they disagreed with what he said, they wanted to sit there and try to argue him down and get loud and start cursing him out and calling him gay. And when he told them to be quiet, when he said, "You're not gonna overtalk me on my show," when he got aggressive with them and put them in a woman's place, oh, that's a problem, because you're not supposed to talk to a woman that way. You're not supposed to talk to a mother queen goddess, black woman. The black woman is God that way. You're not supposed to talk to Keisha and you know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to talk to Keisha that way. You're not supposed to talk to them that way because they're your mothers and grandmothers and aunties. And that was the main issue that Kevin was highlighting night after night, is black women disrespect black men so blatantly that it's like breathing air. And night after night, he would ask these women to rate themselves. What would you rate yourself? Fresh face out of the shower. Oh, I rate myself a 9. I rate myself a 10. A lot of these chicks that went on there was busted and disgusted. A lot of them was. And that was Kevin's point, is you're not ugly, but you're not a supermodel either. You're average at best. And I'm going to tell you, I know that Vivica A. Fox has had a decent movie career, but look at some of the main characters just off the top of my head that she played. Independence Day. She was a stripper, procrastinating the negative stereotype that's already out there when it comes to black women. Black women ain't nothing but baby mamas and strippers. Independence Day, she was a stripper, and she was a single mom. And Will Smith was playing a stepdaddy. Um, Set It Off, another another ghetto another ghetto piece of another ghetto work of art, I guess you could say. Set It Off. Again, playing a single mother. That's a bank robber. Again, the negative stereotype when it comes to black people. Um, Two can play that game. Uh, you think the black man is a child, so you create all of these bullshit rules, and you basically try to train a man like he's a dog, and so you create these rules and shit and think you can control a man like a dog. Or like, ain't any man that got shit going on for him, that got a busy schedule like me, ain't no real dude about to be playing all them games and shit, that all them shenanigans and going through all them hoops, especially just to get some pussy. Fuck that shit. Is you kidding me? Playing all them games and shit, man. Fuck that shit, bitch. If you're not getting with the program, bye. There's the door. Nobody gonna got time to be playing with your funky ass. The fuck? Not to mention she was recently on Empire a few years ago. When she was on Empire, what she was playing? She was playing a sister to Cookie Lion, who was married to a rich white dude. So, I mean, if you ask me, Vivica A. Fox ain't nothing but Black Boule. And on top of that, I don't give a fuck how many movies you was in. I don't give a fuck how many awards that you have or how many other prestigious recognitions that you have. You know something, that you'll never be able to have kids because you thought being in movies was more important than bearing a man's children and raising a family. Let me tell you something. I got a daughter that's 13. It's nothing in this world that can replace my daughter. It's nothing in this world that can replace me raising my daughter, spending time with my daughter, watching my daughter at cheerleading, gymnastics. When my daughter comes to me crying and she wants to talk to her dad, she wants to talk to me, and she's looking for solace. It ain't no movie. It ain't nothing. That's something that you can't get from no goddamn Hollywood. Hollywood can't replace that shit. And as far as I'm concerned, the primary purpose, see, it's different when a man doesn't have kids, because you see, men, we do more of the laborious work on this planet that we call Earth. The houses that you live in, the planes that you fly on, the trains that drive around, the trucks that's on the road. Primarily, most of them are men. Any kind of dangerous, hazardous job, most of the time is going to get done by a man. So it's different when men don't have children as opposed to when women don't have children. You want to spend all your time in the lights and the cameras, and as far as I'm concerned, you failed. As far as I don't give a damn how many movies you was in. And I mean, and to keep it, quite honest, Vivica, you keep talking reckless about Kevin, or you keep talking reckless about black men. You don't want this smoke. You don't want this fucking smoke. You ain't ready. You ain't ready to deal with 1,000 motherfuckers talking about you online and dragging you out into the court of public opinion. You're not ready for that, because as far as I'm concerned, with the death of Kevin Samuels, you see what it did is it has released a certain kind of energy into the atmosphere. And see, black men, we woke now when it comes to black women. You see, we know that you're gonna try to take us out and stab us in the back sooner or later. And obviously, this doesn't apply to all black women, but it certainly applies to Vivica A. Fox, because she is a strag. Uh, you know, she is no good for nothing. You know what I'm saying? 50 dropped her off by the wayside, and she ain't been the same since. You feel me? So as far as I'm concerned, Vivica, you know what I'm saying? She can bump them gums and Sit up there and look crazy as hell with your air balloon ass face on Fox Soul all you want to. As far as I'm concerned, you failed. Because your primary purpose was to come on the planet and reproduce. And I saw your DJ Vlad interview that you did a few months back when you told Vlad something along the lines of you were so busy working that you never found the right one. That's bullshit. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. You thought that just because motherfuckers was putting a few dollars in your pockets and you were competing with high value men, you thought that you was gonna be able to tell a motherfucker what to do and boss a motherfucker around. See, that's why when 50 decided to make you his lady, that's why he dropped your ass by the wayside. Because 50 ain't gonna deal with that shit. Because 50 a real ass nigga. 50's a real one. And you thought you was gonna come at 50 with some feminist ass black woman I am God shit, and he dropped your ass, bitch. Yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, you better watch your mouth because you ain't ready for the smoke. You are not ready for the smoke. You are not ready for a debate. You are not ready for a debate when it comes to this relationship shit. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. The YouTube is the new streets. You are not ready. You ain't ready for a debate with me, and you damn sure would have never been ready for a debate with Kevin Samuels. So I'm putting you on notice, Vivica. I am putting you on notice. We watching and we listening. And just know that every time you come out your bubble ass, bean head ass face with some bullshit, we gonna be on your head. Because that's what Kevin would want. And that's what any sane man with common sense will want. Old bean head ass, air balloon looking face and shit. Ain't got no edges and shit. Old dry ass pussy. Probably can't even get wet. You just mad. You just mad because a 53-year-old man had more impact than you ever in the last. A 53-year-old man in the last 2 years had more impact on black society than you'll ever have in your 25, 30-year Hollywood career. Little bitch. But man, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Zone864TV. If you want to, chop it up on different platforms and shit like that. I appreciate y'all for watching. Again, if you want to support the channel, Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. Thank y'all for tuning in to Zone 864 TV. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.